Hey, I'm Danny, and if you're looking for some metal licks, you've come to the right place. We're going to start off nice and easy with the world's most useful scale, the minor pentatonic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play licks 1 through 5 along with the jam track here, and then we'll break them down and learn them one by one. So here we go, licks 1 through 5. Okay, so we'll break down the first lick now. What I'm using is the minor pentatonic scale with the root note E. So here's what the E minor pentatonic scale looks like. I'm going to start off on E on the 12th fret of the E string and play E, followed by G on the 15th fret of the same string, A to B, 12th fret to 14th fret on the A string, on up to the 12th fret of the D string, there's the note D, and then I'm back to the root note E on the 14th fret of the D string. 5 different notes, that's why it's called the pentatonic scale. And then I can repeat these same notes in the next octave. So here's the entire scale, up and down. Okay, let's get to the lick. The very first lick, which sounds like this, I'm thinking in 4-note phrases. So the first 4 notes, I'm bending on the 14th fret of the G string, up a full step, then playing the 12th fret with my first finger on the B, then to the 12th fret on the E string, also with my first finger. And now I'm pivoting back to the 12th fret on the B string with my first finger. So those first 4 notes sound like this. Once again. The next 4 notes, I'm going to play on the 15th fret of the B string and then pull off to the 12th fret on the same string. And then 14th fret on the G, bend up slightly, and end up on the 12th fret of the B string. So it's an 8-note phrase altogether. I'm thinking of 2 groups of 4. We put those 8 notes together, sounds like this. And if you step on the wah-wah and play it fast, it sounds like this. Okay, are you ready? Here's lick number 2. In this lick, I'm doing something that's a little bit different. I'm doing what's known as a reverse bend, where I actually bend on the 14th fret of the G string before I hit the note. So I've already bent on the 14th fret of the G string, and then I hit the note on the G string. Release the bend down to the 14th fret, follow this with the 12th fret of the G string, 14 on the D, and ending the lick 12 to 14 on the G. So the whole lick sounds like this. And then you just repeat it. So now we're up to lick number 3. This is going to be also from the E minor pentatonic scale. This will be an 8-note phrase, so you can look at it as 2 groups of 4. Sometimes that helps. Break it down into small bits. I'm going to play 14 to 12 on the D string, 14 on the A string, back to 12 on the D string. That's going to be followed by 14 on the D, 12 on the G, 14 to 12 on the D string. So the whole thing sounds like this. And then just repeat. Lick number 4. Lick number 4 sounds like this. This is going to be a very short lick, but very effective. What we're going to do is bend on the 14th fret of the G string, and while we bend on the 14th fret of the G string, without releasing that bend, I'm then going to hit the 15th fret of the B string. So those two notes can ring together. Sounds kind of nice. And that's it. I'm just going to go back and forth between those two notes. Okay, and I'm going to end up this entire section with lick number 5, which sounds like this. One more time. Okay, what I'm doing here is bending on the 15th fret of the high E string, up a full step and then coming back down. Hammer on and pull offs between 12 to 15, back to 12 on the high E string, 15 on the B, back to 12 on the E. Second part of this lick, you can say it starts on the 15th fret of the B string. I'm going to bend up, 12 on the high E, 12 to 15 on the B, ending with a 12 on the G. So the first half of this lick sounds like this. Second half. And you put them together, you get this. One more time. Now let's check out 1 through 5 with the backing track one more time so you can hear how it sounds in context. So that was 5 licks using the minor pentatonic scale. We're going to have a few more licks with the minor pentatonic scale, but this time we're going to turn on the gas a little bit. These licks are going to have a little more speed involved. So here's licks 6 through 9. Check it out with the band, and then we'll come back and break it down. So, number 6 sounds like this. So what I'm doing here is, keep in mind we're still with the E minor pentatonic scale, bending up on the 14th fret of the G string, 12B, 12E, back to 12B. Those are the first 4 notes. Then I'm going to play 15 to 12 with a pull-off on the high E string, bend 15 on the B, and jump up to 12 on the E. So that's 8 notes altogether. Okay, so that's lick number 6, the first one in this section. Next lick sounds like this. So what I'm doing here is playing 15 to 12 on the high E string, 15 on the B, and that's it. So think 3 notes at a time for this lick. Next lick sounds like this. And if I repeat that a few times, it can sound like this. Okay, so what I'm doing here is bending on the 14th fret of the G string, 12 on the B to 12 on the E, and then pulling off on the 15 to the 12 on the B. And if I connect a few of those, getting carried away. Okay, next lick sounds like this. And I repeat that a few times. Okay, so let me show you what I'm doing here. Starting off, we'll take this in 3 short sections. Starting off, we'll play 15 to 12 on the B string, 14 G back to 12 on the B. Those are the first 4 notes. One more time, the first 4 notes. Okay, next section we're going to add to that. Sounds like this. So what I did here is I played 15 to 12, pulling off from the 15 to 12 on the B string, and I'll do that 2 times. 14 G back to 12 on the B. So this new section sounds like this. One more time. And if I put the first part of this lick along with the part we just learned, here's what we've got so far. One more time. Okay, and the third and final part of this lick, 15 to 12 on the B string 2 times, 14 on the G, 12 on the B. So here's the entire lick together slowly. One more time. Okay, and if I continue to connect a few of those, it sounds something like this. Couldn't help myself at the end. But there's licks 6 through 9. Why don't we go back and check them out with the backing track one more time so we can put it in context.